For the longest time, I've had this push-pull dynamic between my ego and my soul. Sometimes I wonder if maybe it would just be easier to follow a more traditional path. Yet there's always been this insatiable calling deep inside of me that only continues to grow more potent as the years pass by. I'm aware of my potential, yet fear has always held me back. I can't help but think, I'm alive, but am I really living? Since the beginning of fall, I've been going through a pretty intense inner transformation. I don't know what it is about October, but by the second week or so, I always go through some kind of identity crisis. This time though, something changed. For the first time ever, I feel like I can finally let go of my past once and for all. Not the wisdom that I've gained, of course, but the thoughts and feelings surrounding those past experiences. I've learned the hard way that the old saying is true: you are who you surround yourself with. Whether we recognize it or not, we unconsciously take on many of the habits, patterns, and beliefs of the people in our lives. And so if we're not careful, we can easily fall into lives that may perhaps go against what actually fulfills us on a soul level, especially if the people around us are threatened by our desire to grow and change. I used to put way too much emphasis on how others perceived me, rather than being focused on how I was choosing to perceive myself. If someone told me that I couldn't do something, I'd believe them and stop trying. Just like seeds, the things that people say to us can be buried deep into our subconscious mind and take on a whole life of their own. Now I can look back and recognize that most of those people saw my potential and were just afraid that I would leave them behind if I were to fully step into it. Thankfully, my desire to grow outweighed my desire to please others. Each failed relationship in all contexts of the word has brought me closer to myself. And I never would have grown into the person I am today had I never been challenged by life. I'm finally reaching a place where everything is feedback instead of a reason to feel triggered. I honestly think that I was addicted to negativity. I had spent so much of my life eating up every negative thing people said or did that I couldn't see anything beyond it. I realized that focusing on negativity is a pattern of behavior in and of itself. I had been so used to thinking this way that to think positively about myself and life felt extremely foreign to me. I've learned that there's a massive difference between knowing something on an intellectual level and actually embodying it. And so it became crystal clear to me that in order to let go of my past and fully step into my potential, I needed to stop letting my past experiences and current circumstances be excuses as to why I'm not living up to who and what I know I'm capable of becoming. My first order of business was in creating a new self-concept. In order to move beyond my past and set out to achieve my goals, I've had to reconsider who I must become in order to create the life that I desire. I've been making it a habit of keeping an eye on my thoughts and reaffirming new, positive beliefs about myself and of life on a consistent daily basis. Not just checking in once in the morning and maybe in the evening if I remember, but checking in at every pause throughout my day. How we think, feel, and act on a regular basis will determine the life that we live and experience. Not only am I a recovering people pleaser, but I'm also learning how to untangle myself from being plagued by perfectionism. I often notice ways that I judge myself for not living up to my impossibly high standards. But once I catch my mind in the act, I recognize right then and there that that is the old version of myself who feels a constant need to control outcomes, just trying to hold on for dear life. In a way, it's almost like I've separated these parts of myself and can now hold compassion for all the younger versions of myself who held way too tightly onto other people's judgments. And since stepping into more of my power and authenticity, I've noticed a massive shift in my relationships in a really positive way, all because my relationship with myself is becoming much healthier. I'm learning that divine timing isn't necessarily a linear concept of time, like a specific date, but more in the sense that we must first learn certain things that give us the wisdom and ability to successfully nurture our desires in a healthy way that allows for growth, rather than a projection of old behaviors from our past that can easily taint those blessings.
Throw them off your body.
Kick my hands back and throw my legs up.
Yeah.
They've been super close the whole time we've been doing stuff.
It's like every experience of my life has been preparing me for this very moment. To finally surrender to what once was and open my arms to what is yet to come, even if I have no idea what it is or how it will all unfold. In the meantime, I've been exploring my curiosity and creativity, and I've been diving back into some of my favorite childhood passions. My spirit has been feeling so renewed, and I'm really excited to see what the future has in store. If money and time were no object, who would you become? Let me know in the comments down below. I would love to hear from you. And if you feel like you would benefit from additional support along your personal growth journey, I'm offering one-on-one sessions through my website, which is linked below in the description box. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon.